A plant grows with time from a small sapling into a huge tree. But see, the leaf sizes remain almost the same in both the stages. See, the maximum leaf size in a sapling is almost of comparable size with the leaf in the large tree. So with the increase in the vertical height or the lateral growth of the tree, the leaf sizes don't increase. Why is that? That is because matured leaves contains permanent tissues in them. Permanent tissues are tissues which have lost the ability to divide and grow any further. Now you can fold leaves. Leaves are very flexible. So what gives flexibility to the leaves? For that, we need to see the leaf under a microscope. So let us take this leaf and observe it under the microscope, and this is what you see. You can see the leaf cells. Now notice the leaf cells have a very thin cell wall. See, this cell also has a very thin cell wall. So the thin wall in the leaf cells is what gives flexibility to the leaf. So these cells that are present in the leaves have a thin cell wall. Now notice in this leaf tissue, the cells, this is one cell and this is another cell. Now notice that there is a space in between two cells. So this is another characteristic of the tissue that is found in the leaf, that there is intercellular spaces between two cells. Intercellular means between two cells. So there is spaces present between two cells. Now notice another thing, that all the cells that are present in the leaf are oval in shape. See, even this cell is oval, this is an oval shape. So this is another characteristic of the cells that are present in the leaf, that they are oval in shape. See, this is a leaf cell. Now notice all the organelles are moving along the periphery. That is because there is a big, large vacuole in the middle of the cell that is occupying the maximum space. So the cells in the leaves, they have a single large vacuole in them, and because of the presence of a single large vacuole that is occupying the maximum space in the middle, all the plant organelles are moving along the periphery. And that is why these cells form a tissue known as the parenchyma tissue. Paren means beside, and chyma is the infilling. These parenchyma cells are not only present in the leaves. If you cut a section of the stem or the root, you will again find these parenchyma cells that you previously saw in the leaves. See, these are the parenchyma cells. What were the characteristics of the parenchyma cells? They had a thin cell wall. So see, these cells also have a thin cell wall. What was the second characteristic? That they were oval in shape. See, all these cells or these cells are roughly ovular in shape. If you zoom in on these cells further, you will also be able to see the spaces between two cells. Parenchyma that contain chloroplasts and helps plant to manufacture food by the process of photosynthesis is known as chlorenchyma, where chlorine comes from the word chloroplast. Now, can you guess how these aquatic plants are floating on the water? Well, if you dissect these plants, then you will find air cavities in the parenchyma tissue. See, these are the air cavities. Now, these air cavities present in the parenchyma provides buoyancy to the plants and help them to float. See, these spore-like structures, they are filled with air and they help the plant to remain afloat on the water. So, this parenchyma is known as parenchyma, where paren comes from the word air. Since the parenchyma cells are not only found in the leaves, but they are also present in the stems and in the roots, they form supporting tissues. The parenchyma tissue contains cells that have a single large vacuole that occupies maximum space, and this vacuole accumulates all the food molecules or stores all the food molecules in them. Now see, potatoes, something that we all love, is also a plant part. These potatoes contain an abundant amount of these parenchyma cells among other cells. So parenchyma cells contain vacuoles in them, and those vacuoles they contain or store starch. So potatoes have an abundance amount of starch in them because of the presence of a lot of parenchyma cells. These parenchyma tissue is present in the green leaves. So the cells contain a lot of chloroplast, and hence they help the leaf or the plant in manufacturing food by the process of photosynthesis. So parenchyma cells, they not only provide support to the plant, but they can also store food and can help the plant in manufacturing food by the process of photosynthesis.